Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Podcast Assemble, the show where you come for your rambling, geeky download. My name's Tommy, and I'm delighted, as always, to be joined by my friend and co-host who is across the pond. It's our resident truther of the pod, DL. DL, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good to see you, buddy. It feels like forever.
It's been a bit. A lot's happening.
I feel like we go through spells where it's like we do two really close together, and we wait like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there you are.
Usually to do with my travel schedule, so I apologize, Tommy and dear listeners and our editors and really everyone.
Mostly the editors, let's be honest. Mostly Matt and soon to be Ava. So, like, sorry, guys. We're sorry for you. How have you been, mate? Been a minute.
Yeah, I can't complain, man. I've got quite a bit going on. Moved house.
You've done so much. I mean, you can see a whole new background.
Yeah, there's like I would move the computer, but that'd be messy. There's like a whole door here. There's a whole dresser. It's like a whole little guest room. You would be surprised what's in here. Kitty litter as well. It's a bit smaller. It kind of stinks, but you know, what are you gonna do?
I appreciate all of the emotions going through there. I got like a full mental picture of that room.
We used to have that in the bathroom. Now we have one bathroom. But we got a fireplace. Honestly, a trade I might make every day of the week. You know,
it looks cool. You sent the pictures over the other day, and I sent around to my partner. And I was like, "Holy hell, that looks cool." I mean, it could get cold though because it's brick interior. Why am I telling people this?
Yeah.
It could get cold.
It's all good. Oh, it's exposed brick. You mean very cool exposed brick?
Yes,
it's brick material cool. Or exposed brick, dude. You need to. You're not marketing clearly.
Or is it brick material?
It's
or
brick
is it
material.
Like that vinyl that gets put like on the walls to make it look like it's actually exposed brick, but it's really not?
Feels like exposed. I haven't actually investigated it. I assumed the provenance of the exposed brick. Yeah, I just used my eyes. I didn't lick it yet, so
mate, go in, lick it, come back and tell me how you feel.
But I do think that we have a smart heater, so I think we'll be fine. Between that and the fireplace, we'll be fine. But the smart heater is actually kind of a neg. It's kind of a neg because you're like, what? You look at it and you're like, the fuck? I've used 4 pounds today? And you're like, how? You start to see the rate at which things accumulate, and you're like, this is highway robbery.
Motherfuckers. Like, yeah. Oh, man,
well,
I'll tell you what. Well, you know this. We got our aircon installed maybe, November-ish time. This is no joke. Our electricity bill went from the same period last year over doubled just because of the aircon. Rates have gone up a little bit, but not that much. I'm like,
no, it's mostly you teabagging the aircon vent.
Dude, I am a sweaty man. I've been hot my entire life. I was born hot. I will be hot forever. So I need it. It's on right now. I'm cool right now. Well, I'm good, mate. Thanks for asking. You know,
yeah. How are you, man? How are you?
Mate, pretty good actually. Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I can't complain. It's the end of summer here, so it's getting to that stage. You know, where it's like raining randomly, but it's hot. I'm like, the rain's down in Africa. It's that all the time. It's all right. But we've done some pretty fun stuff recently, man. I keep banging on about these candlelight quartet things that we've seen now like 4 of.
I've done one. I forget what it was.
Oh,
it might
right.
have been like Celine Dion, I think. It was candlelight, like
Celine
with like
Dion.
Classical music. Celine.
Yes. Sean Connery version.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Hot shingles in your area.
I saw someone forget that. I don't remember who. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. It's all about me.
No, we've now seen like 3 or 4 of them. We went to see the Lord of the Rings one. And can you guess who booked that? Can you guess out of me and my partner who booked the Lord of the Rings candlelight? Yeah,
that was Kat. That was definitely Kat.
100% her. She wanted it. Yeah. Oh man, it was so good. Like I got into a bit of a rabbit hole before. I did when I saw Denis Villeneuve. I listened to the tunes and the Hobbit theme on like repeat, whatever that's called. It's like fucking Hungry Hobbits or something. People shouting at it as right now, but man, I forget how epic the music in that is. Like, oh man,
Hungry Hobbit.
It's definitely not that. It's like, where did Hungry Hobbits come from?
I don't think that's what it is, but the Hobbit actual theme, the actual theme of the Hobbit is quite good. Like the Hobbit, the movie sucks.
Well, we've talked about this.
I didn't mind the Hobbit thing. Yeah.
I literally, I noped out. I watched the first.
Did you get to the scene where the dwarfs sing?
Yeah, it's all in Bag
I
End.
love that.
Awful.
I love
hated every second of it. Every second.
Really?
almost, but not quite as bad as the Rings of Power.
That's the only good part of the movie. That's the only good part of the movie, dude.
There isn't a good part.
It's all downhill from there.
Ian McKellen's great. Ian McKellen's wonderful. Everything else is just, no, couldn't get along with it. No, no, Dre, no.
No.
Guys,
sorry.
if you want to hear about it, hear us talk about our week and talk about Lord of the Rings and my partner going to see the Backstreet Boys, which may or may not come up again in this podcast, feel free to stick around. But there will be time codes in the description, as always, supplied by Mr. Matthew Bliss of mbpod.com. And while you're down there, give us a 5-star review, all the things we don't understand. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please. We love you all. On with the nerdy nonsense. DL, what have you been up to, buddy?
What have I been up to? What have I been watching? I've actually been catching up to on. I had a few flights, so this is going to be kind of stream of consciousness. Yeah,
I need to put a pause here. Have you watched the Night of the Seven Kingdoms yet? This is like so all your like everything you.
Are you? I thought you actually were pausing the pod, or are you actually just asking that question?
That's the question.
Yeah.
Put a pause on you.
I was like, this is what I do in off takes.
Matt, you can keep that or take it out, whatever you want.
I was trying to watch it for weeks. I was like pushing Gail to it. I think Gail like forgot that she likes Game of Thrones.
Oh, is that because it's taken 6 years for the Dragon show to come out?
It's been so long, and
so long.
She also, I think, just forgot what happened in Game of Thrones. So like, she has like less of an attachment to it.
Kind of fair, kind of.
Yeah, it's like, but she was down. But like, eventually, we watched the first episode. So I'm still pushing that train. So I've seen the first episode, but I've read the books.
The first episode, the worst episode. No, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying it's the worst.
But I actually quite liked it. Yeah,
same. I liked the quirkiness of it. It had like a whimsy to it that was very different to the.
It's it's a good like tone setter for what this is. Like, it's a smaller story. Yeah.
Yes. So we watched the most recent episode last night, which is episode 5 at time of recording, and fuck me, it might be as good as some of the best Game of Thrones. Smaller scale, obviously. Not saying.
Is it the tourney?
It's part of the tourney. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good. No, it's really good.
Oh, good.
It is like, it's like proper small scale theme of like, with like, it's small scale themes, but like reaching for big ideals, which is like peak Game of Thrones. Absolutely. It's like, that's like Jon Snow being like, I'm choosing honor over like this glory, this path is the bastards, or the son of
taking the black.
Like, like it's Jaime's debate of like, what is honor, right? It's
right.
Tyrion's desire to be loved, right? Like, it's all the best parts of Game of Thrones.
And I said this to the fiance at the time. I was like, this is what Game of Thrones needed to like stick to, where it's very hyper focused on a small element of the story. I think Game of Thrones just got too big, man. It just got too dragony and too.
No, it just got too Troy. Heavy. It became Troy.
Yeah. Yes,
it became Troy.
Became Brad Pitt. That's the problem.
Except like, and they like, I want to give them credit because they clearly did make good decisions in the adaptions early. They clearly had some of that was them, because you see like A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This, I think it's episode 2, season 8, like the last, where Jaime knights Brienne.
Yes.
And that episode was like peak old school Game of Thrones, character driven, tied to the small moments, earned. So like, they have that in them. They just got too into Troy while they were.
And they really wanted to do a Star Wars film, apparently, which they never ended up making. I completely agree. It was in there. I just wish whoever was writing the final Game of Thrones seasons were the people who are writing this, because they clearly love the material. They clearly it is clear they understand what they're doing and the audience they're trying to get. But
it's a smaller, it's a easier task because this is written. We'll see what they do in season fucking 7 of this, because he's got like 10 stories still to write of this. I always thought yeah. He's got like 10 more he wants to write, because there's a natural ending, right? Spoiler, and the spoilers, I won't spoil you, but just like, if you don't want to,
don't spoil me because I haven't read it.
No, but I haven't even read it either. This is like a bit of like conjecture that is so accurate that like, I'm sure it's true. There's a thing called like in the lore of Game of Thrones. It's in the Dance with Dragons like books in the history. People always reference it. It's called the Burning of Summerhall, and all we know is that certain people in this story are there when it happens, and it's like and it's the day that like Rhaegar was born. Rhaegar is Daenerys' brother, who is Jon Snow's father, if you remember correctly from. So there's a natural ending to the Dunk and Egg story that we know about in the lore. We don't know exactly what happened, but we know that that's like a huge seminal moment in the arc of a lot of the characters. So I think he's building towards that. And he's just got like 8 more stories to write. And
when you say he, you're talking about George R. R. Martin, right?
George, yeah. And it would be awesome. To me, I'm like, dude, just put Winds of Winter down. I hate to say it. You're clearly like never going to finish that.
You're not going to finish.
Just start small. Go finish these short stories. They're novellas. Like get some quick wins. Build some momentum, bro. Like build some momentum.
Right. Free your mind. Do some meditation while you're doing smaller stories.
Yeah, because I'll take them.
If it's as good as if it's as good as this, I would nom them. This is phenomenally written and created. Like honestly, maybe he's just going to do them. So how many has he actually written? Like how many are out there?
Honestly, way less than you think. I think there's like 3 or 4, and he's got like 10
short stories by D&E.
Yeah, he's apparently writing one for the Winterfell right now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing I saw the other day, which a little clip I spotted on online somewhere, socials. It was a clip of Joffrey in season maybe 1 or 2, and it must be 2 or 3 because Jaime's already lost his hand, and he's saying to him, he's like, "Oh, I see there are 4 pages for Sir Duncan the Tall of his great deeds," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to see all those. Give me all those."
Yeah, so you do know that he like ascends in a way, like
becomes a great knight. Yeah. You can. There's little things like that you know, and like I'm pretty sure I have snippets of remembering bits that I see, and I'm like, yeah, fuck, I remember that. But
yeah,
I just love how small this scale is. There's like a big sort of the ending of episode 4 and the ending of episode 5 mirror each other in a really interesting and really darkly satirical way. And I can't wait till you've seen it because I really want to like take it to pieces because it's really cool and really interesting and bleak for such a whimsical show. Right. So it's good. It's good. Sorry to divert there. You can do some more. Yeah. What else have you been up to? I was really hoping you'd seen more of it so we could talk about it.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Well, we will next time. I've been watching. I was catching up on Rick and Morty just because I was on a plane. I watched a bunch of like the latest season of that, which is it's good. I think it's fallen off a bit, but it's still like worth the watch.
I think they tried to, in similar vein, tried to tone the stories right down. You know what I mean? I think. Speaking of Rick's, I watched the new Ricky Gervais special. There's a new Ricky Gervais special on.
I saw
Netflix.
that live.
You were there in the crowd.
Well, I was at one of the I don't know if it was a recording, but I was at the it was fully developed. Like it was the same.
Yeah,
special.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I liked it. I think it tailed off in the back half, if I remember correctly. But like he's a goat. So I'll always see him.
I absolutely. I've actually seen a couple of different ones. I'll talk about Dave Chappelle one maybe next week. But I watched Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams recently, and I didn't really find them that funny. Like they felt more like political statements. They felt more like political statements than anything. Whereas Ricky Gervais, like his dark British wit, like it's never going to not make me laugh.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's one of my favorites.
It's so bleak. It's delicious. I want to chew that up. It's just like, you just said.
You would like, I'm telling you, you would like Tim Dillon. He's like the American version of Ricky Gervais. It's just like,
okay, I'll check him out.
It's extreme, but like not in the same style. Like only that it's like dark, satirical humor. Like he is basically how I get through American politics right now. Like, like he like just listening to his podcast and like the dire nature. Yeah, it's just like so funny. It's so dark and so fucking just like.
Real question for you: Did Trump shit himself? Yes or no?
Shit himself. He's probably shit himself a couple times over what's going. I mean, the guy. You gotta wonder, like, what did he think? He could just open the box a little bit and be like, "Here's Pandora's box. You can have a couple." Fucking like. I just
You can have a couple. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
You can have
nothing else
here's
is going to come out.
Here's a file. Like what?
Here's one file. You get a file. You get a file. Everyone's got a file.
Yeah, it's the hubris. Like
what
anyway,
what is this divulging into? But like the fact that he's clearly in there so many times, and he's like, we're gonna give them all. You're gonna get them all.
Well, I mean, it's like being in there. Being in there is one thing, but maybe he did not. Maybe he didn't know. Like maybe there's some controls left in our government where like he actually didn't know before he made those commits. I mean, if you think about it, it's like, well, there's millions of documents. So like, and he was
there. He was on the island, and he spent a lot of time with Jeffrey Epstein. So like, he knew he would be in them. Like, there's absolutely zero.
No. Well, I don't actually know if it's officially confirmed he was on the island, but he knew he would be in them for sure. I guess my question is,
allegedly.
Well, we don't know yet. Is my point, but we know enough that he's clearly compromised. But my point being, it's interesting to me.
In the world. I can get myself. I can get myself a mojito, a Coca-Cola, Diet Coca-Cola.
It's just interesting to me that he would advocate for, like, how dumb could you be?
Are you in your full conspiracy theory moment as well? Because I'm deep in the rabbit hole right now.
It's not really a conspiracy theory right now, man.
I don't necessarily mean, I mean, like, it's evolved way past that. Like, I clicked on one conspiracy theory video on YouTube, and I'm just in a spiral. Like, my whole algorithm has changed from that one video I clicked on. Yeah. Like, now all I get is
a rogue click can do wonders these days.
Mate, it ruined everything.
I mean, I haven't gotten I've definitely seen all this stuff about how Epstein's still alive and playing Fortnite. I've definitely seen all the stuff about
I've seen that too.
Epstein with long hair in Israel.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I don't believe all that necessarily because like there's just too many people that would want him dead. Like he's dead. But yeah.
Did you see that they've all the files they uploaded them with the wrong directory. So if you change it from like name.pdf to name.mp4, it actually changes it and it's a video and you can watch the videos. It's madness. It's how they've oversight that I've got no idea. It's wild.
Dude, there's just a bunch of idiots working in government.
True. Well, I like there were good people there. There were good people. They're not all bad.
I would say 75% of the people in the US political system are of below average intellect, high average manipulation. No, like straight up. Put them in another job, they would not be the top dog. Like
amazing.
It's unfortunate. So like they would not earn as much as they earn through corruption as they would in the private sector. Anyway.
Well, getting back to the regular agenda here.
Yeah, what the hell were we talking about?
What else have you been doing? What else have you been watching?
I rewatched something. I rewatched a couple Quentin Tarantino movies.
Ooh, which ones?
Django and
film.
What was the other one I watched? Once
Upon a
Time in Hollywood.
They're apparently making a spin-off TV show of Brad Pitt's character.
Who Tarantino is?
No, I don't think it's gonna be directed by Tarantino, but I think he's writing it.
Interesting.
I really like that character. It's nonsense, but I liked it.
There's a lot of driving around in that movie.
That's so true. And there's so many feet shots. I mean, like I know there are in every Quentin Tarantino movie.
He really went for it. I counted. There's like at least 5, and like extended time frame. Like not just like
deep cut, like full ons, as in like every single one of his weird fantasies.
All good. He's the director. Let him live. I wish there was more of the ending. Like
I kind of liked how it was a little bit like,
No, I just mean like more of the energy of the ending. Sorry, I should have said that better.
Oh, yeah.
Like
okay.
that energy was like amazing, but like there was like 2 hours before it that was just so like subdued.
But I guess that's kind of like the point of the movie though, isn't it? It's this like rolling saga of just them living their best lives. It's sort of like a homage to old movies that just go, like shots just go on too long. You know, in like movies nowadays, everything has to get directly to the point and then there's a sky beam. In old movies, you just follow someone down a corridor and then they'd pick up the phone and they'd have a whole conversation with them. It's just like a love letter to old movies.
I like that, but there was not enough like conflict or comedy in the middle. Like, I don't know. Okay. I think he could have like found better. You know what I missed? I love dialogue. when it comes to Tarantino movies. Like the dialogue scenes are just like amazing, and there was a lot of rolling shots with no or a lot of like what you just described with no dialogue, and I missed give me a coffee shop scene, give me like a whiskey bar scene where the people are chatting shit. Give me more of that and a little less driving, and I would have been happier. I just still enjoyed it.
I just remember the scene where Leo talks to the little girl and she gives him the pep talk, and it's
that's
just
a great
amazing.
Scene.
What a scene! And he comes away being like, "Yeah, I'm the best actor in the world." But I love that for you. We actually watched a random thing on Netflix that popped up. Have you heard of Jay Kelly?
Vaguely.
So it's George Clooney, Adam Sandler's in it, Stanley Townsend's in it. There's a pretty good cast actually. I quite like everyone who is in it. The short version is George Clooney kind of sort of plays kind of a version of himself. It's this actor who's sort of getting towards his twilight years, but he's still quite a prominent actor. And he sort of starts to regret some of his life decisions around like how he's been with his family, like how he's not maybe been as connected with his daughters as he maybe now wishes he was. And it's this sort of like him making all these weird midlife crisis decisions to like go to Europe to follow his daughter there and all this stuff. And it's getting mixed reviews. It's like I think it's a 6.5 on IMDb, but like I had a lot of fun with it. It was go back to the word whimsical. It had a whimsical nature about it that I really enjoyed. It kind of felt dreamlike in a lot of the scenes. And like there's good conflict in it too. Like he pushes everyone away from him. Like Adam Sandler's like his best friend and his like partner, I suppose, or his manager. It's his manager in this. And they like because he's just so aloof and he's just such a huge movie star, he pushes his like best mate away from him. And it's like, it's really interesting. Like the way it just sort of meanders, but all these things happen to him along the way. And because he's a movie star, he always comes out looking like roses and smelling like roses. It's good, man. It's really interesting. Good, interesting, introspective about regrets. And I really liked it. It's good.
What's it on?
It's just a Netflix film, I think. Yeah, it's Netflix. It's type of thing Regan, I think, would like.
Nice. I'll save it in the queue.
I mean, like I say, it's a 6.5, so like don't rush to watch it. But if you've got like a plane ride or something and you want something that's a little bit slower paced and a little bit more thought provoking, maybe it's a good one. It's a good one for that. I liked it.
Duly noted.
Duly noted. Guys, we're about to move on to our main topic. So send us memes, send us news, send us review of all the things we love. You can find us at Podcast Assemble and thepodcastassemble@gmail.com, all the places. Send us things. I've forgotten what I say here. We haven't done this for a couple of weeks and I've totally forgotten, even though we're professionals and we are very good at podcasting. The things I'm supposed to say. DL, do you want to preface our main topic?
It's the main topic theme.
This week it's Bugonia, yeah?
Begonia.
Begonia. Is that a flower?
It is based. A begonia is a flower. A begonia is to do with Greek mythology, I believe.
Okay. Well, anyway, the movie is Bugonia with a U, written by Will Tracy, Zhang Junhuan, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. I probably messed that up. Greek name.
He's just a weird, great figure. Like we were talking about this just before we started podcasting, and after watching this, I'm like shooting myself as to why haven't I seen more of his films? This screams, it's got A24 vibes, got good Ari Aster vibes. It's like,
well, it is A24. Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Like I didn't realize I've seen 3 A24 movies in the last couple of weeks. I saw Marcia Supreme, and I saw Eternity, which is kind of a cute love film. But yeah, man, like this has all of and like from my research I've done on Yorgos, great name. I love his name. He's from that weird Greek wave stylistic, which is sort of surreal and darkly comedic, but also dissect power. And it is all of those things. And I am so psyched to go away and watch The Lobster and Poor Things, because they've been on my list for ages, as I think they have yours too. And I've just haven't watched them for some reason.
Poor Things I hadn't heard about, but I'll put it to the list. I got halfway through The Lobster and fell asleep, but I remember it being really, really fucking, I don't know. I was exhausted but I shouldn't have fallen asleep in that movie because it was like very anxiety driving.
Well, there's a lot of that in this.
Yeah, this is starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Aidan Delvis. I think I'm saying that right.
Alicia Silverstone's in this too, if you notice that little sort of cameo, but not cameo. She's the mother, I believe. She's Sandy. I think Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone are effectively like long-term collaborators with Yorgos now. They've done like or at least Emma Stone's done at least like 3 movies with him. So I think he's pushing her to do different weird things. Very cool. But a thing I wanted to bring back, DL, that we haven't done for a couple of weeks, because I definitely don't forget, is our favorite, which is Goofy IMDb picture. Now, DL, if you would remind our dear listeners of our current Goofy IMDb champion, who is Hurley Paul, who you will remember from such fantastic movies as, pause for dramatic effect,
Hurley Paul.
Weapons. He was Frantic Parent. And from memory, you thought he looked like Peacemaker if Peacemaker was in a porn film, which effectively Peacemaker is.
Does.
So, yeah. Now, do you want to...
He does. I mean, he's missing a mustache, but yeah, that is fair. I back that take.
He would look great with a mustache. And now, do you want to describe to our beautiful listeners the challenge this week, who is Stavros Alkisa?
That's our current winner.
Matt will put it on the screen. Who in Bugonia, cool. He plays Casey the cop. This guy, I know he's a comedian. And
you've never met Stavros? Have you never heard of Stavros? I've never met him either.
No, but you can't tell me this picture isn't the epitome of Goofy IMDb picture.
Mate, the thing is, like, I know this comedian very well. Like, I've been following I've seen all his specials. So this picture is quintessential Stavros. So I can't unseat Hurley Paul. This is exactly who he is. This is a good IMDb for him because it's the kind of character he wants to play. Everything about this picture screams the role he wants to get. Spoilers to the film, he plays like a creepy cop who clearly like molested a boy or something. I don't know what he did. But I mean, if you see that,
it's just the way you prefaced it.
I mean, I don't want to like overstate what they were trying to say, but it seemed like that's what they were trying to say.
There's a lot of subtext in there. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're keeping Hurley Paul. Man, he's been champion for way too long. He needs to be unseated soon. I'm very surprised.
You were convinced. You were convinced that this was going to do it, but you didn't know my Stavros lore.
Once I realized he was a comedian, I didn't. I knew he was. I knew it was probably intentional, but I didn't realize you were going to be so into him. I was like, "Holy shit! Like, good on you."
No, he's quite good. He's
all
quite
right.
good.
Oh yeah, what's your stupid plot summary? We haven't done that yet. We always do that first. What's your stupid plot summary?
Yeah, we do usually do that. Peak Ari Aster when he was good.
Yes.
Nah, simple.
I mean, it is. Mine takes a slightly different direction, which is just: does the E in CEO actually stand for extraterrestrial?
I still don't know.
Well, you'll find out when you get to spoilers, really non-spoilers and spoilers. We always get to say that at the top. What's the plot of this movie, NDL? What happens? What's going on here?
So, I mean, like, you can...
In a nutshell.
I'll try and keep it to, like, what was in the trailer, which is there's, like, 1, maybe 2 conspiracy-driven individuals that kind of feel like they're pulled out of the, the Rust Belt of America. I don't know if it actually told us where this was set.
I think it's Arkansas.
Yeah, well, like somewhere in the Midwest.
It feels like that, doesn't it?
And they kidnap a, typical high-powered CEO that seems to be in some weird way a mix of like a tech mogul, but also like a traditional CEO.
I feel like she's what's his name? Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do, but it's also like a chemical. Anyway, so like we'll yada yada the details. Because they are convinced, or at least, I'll speak for one of them, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying the Earth, which is essentially like a really, really deep. This movie's like a really, really deep YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Reddit hole. That's a better
when it was good.
Yeah, that's a better dumb summary.
I mean, that's literally exactly where it is, and it's actually a remake of a South Korean sci-fi comedy movie, which was called Save the Green Planet from 2003, which is kind of interesting. It's got a more brutalist nature to it, I think, than there are certain moments which you could call comedic in this, but there's a lot more like dark moments, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you a question then. And I'm going to keep asking this question until the day I die, which could be very soon because my heart is about to jump out of my chest just looking at you. If you could remake this entire movie where everybody is a Muppet, but you kept one human character, who is the human character? I mean, there feels like an obvious answer to this, which to me, as he is sort of the heartbeat of the conspiracy theory, would be Jesse Plemons' Teddy.
To keep him a human?
Yes, as in he's so deep in the rabbit hole, he sees everyone as Muppets.
Oh, that's a good answer.
You could say the same thing for Emma Stone, who is so high-powered and so CEO that she sees literally everyone as fucking Muppets.
Also, just like Muppets beat like her, like fucking torturing and doing all this crazy shit would be kind of dark and weird.
That would be so weird.
I might just go Stavros.
Okay. Yeah,
everybody's a Muppet,
as an outsider,
but the rogue, yeah, he knocks in. It's a bunch of Muppets doing weird things, like I don't
doing
know.
weird shit. I like that. I'll be down for that. Okay, all right, let's stick with Stavros. That's fun. There's a lot going on in this film, but one thing I wanted to call out really up top is I feel like Jesse Plemons. We got to stop sleeping on how good an actor that guy is.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Whenever I see him, he's one of the goats, man. Like of our current generation, he is up there. Like seriously, like what a phenomenal performance this is.
And he chooses his movies well. He also doesn't do a lot of like mainstream stuff where he's like a lead man. So I think he can kind of play this weird middle ground of, he's very selective, it feels like.
Right. And he does a lot of, he's done a lot of A24 movies. We saw him in Civil War. He's been in quite a few, actually. You're absolutely right. He's selective. And I think he does this incredible thing with his career where he plays a type which suits him, but it's never the same character. Does that make sense? Where The Rock just plays the same character every movie. He plays to his strengths.
There's gradients. Yeah.
Right.
Totally fair. Yeah, well said.
And I was kind of, I was looking at this and I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen him as like a leading man. Like, let's be transparent about this. I think Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone are probably equal billing in this. They're probably both the lead character, you'd say, just different sides of a coin. But fuck, as a main character, man, he totally carried this film. I was a bit concerned that maybe he wouldn't, but he was so good in this. I mean, everyone's good. It's a small cast realistically, but like everyone was fantastic.
It's really sad. Like how good he is. No, like
really sad.
It is really sad. Like because because I've seen him like play. You're to your point. Like this is a very different character than he's played before, but it's within this umbrella Venn diagram of like people that he could play well. Like he's not trying to go be the Marvel hero because he knows that's not his game.
Be a good Marvel villain, like a Loki type. I feel.
Yeah. No, you could pull that off. But you just feel really sad for what he represents. He embodies something that you're like is broken in society so well with this character in such a convincing way. It did make me, it made me quite sad.
I think, and I mean, as you said, the you make some weird noises this episode. The episode where Dre makes weird noises. I think the basic premise of it kind of sets it up. And when I was watching the trailer, I kind of wondered if it was a bit of a dark comedy, like obviously deep and satirical, but I wondered if it was quite like real. It's not. There's not a lot of that in there, and I think it's better for that. And I think the thing that really worked for me was how like unsettling the film was at all times. And this seems like it seems like the director being part of this Greek wave, Euros, like this is his thing almost. And like it's really confronting, like a lot of it, and the way it's shot and the way it's created really, really adds to that. And it's funny. I was talking to one of the young guys in the office, and this fucking hurt me. He told me he was 25. Sorry, yeah, he told me he was 25, and I was like, oh yeah, cool. Thinking, like he must have born in like 1990. He's like, I was born in 2000. I was like, Ethan, I fucking hate you. It like stabbed me in the heart and like jagged it around. I was like, yeah, bastard. So I was talking to him, and we sat there and we were chatting about, and he said he'd seen it the same night. We'd sat and watched it, and he was like, it was really confronting, and it was really hard to watch, and it was really difficult, and like I sat there and I was like, but Ethan, did you enjoy the film? And he was like, yeah, I loved it.
I was like, that's the point of the film. It's supposed to be all those things. It's supposed to make you, uncomfortable and squirm, and with the violent bits that we'll talk about. Like, I'm like, it's supposed to be a bit like that.
Yeah. It was great. Like, I enjoyed it. I was enthralled. But it was a bit nihilistic, I think.
So nihilistic.
Which is kind of like, if we're not in like the 3 best 3 worst, but if you're not like, if you're already prone to like feeling very depressed about everything going on, like this movie's not going to help.
To put in a spiral, couldn't it?
It's not. It's
make you go away watching conspiracy theory movies.
Yeah, it's not going to help. But like, there's a place for that because there's some truth in recognizing, like, I don't know, I'm already getting to themes, but there's some truth in recognizing like you can only affect so much, and to find your peace, right? Especially in this Epstein file ridden world. What
do you mean? There's no such thing. Are we still talking about that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think it's really, I think you're absolutely right. And that nihilism is really well captured in sort of the main thrust of the movie, which is the capture of Emma Stone's character, Michelle, and the way she's sort of just like gone and kept in this claustrophobic, overbearingly psychological, bordering on thriller scenario is just like, it's so bleak at all turns, and like not in a bad way. Sometimes I'm saying, oh, it's so bleak, I'm like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed, but in this I was like, there isn't a moment I was ever not super engaged with this. The bleakness never detached me from the film. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, me too, because it was engaging, and and because it's so like, I think it's like bleak in a way where like the message it's trying, if you think about it, if you start thinking about like what it's trying to say, that is a really bleak message. Whereas like on initial viewing, it's like so engaging and you're like, this is fucked up. And it's like, it's hitting all the like triggers to make me like really want to see the next scene. The acting's good. But when you actually think about like the theme, I think you're kind of like, oh fuck, like that's kind of bleak, but also invigorating in a way. Cause you can, we'll talk about it later, but what kept me engaged was the acting. Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agreed. But there's also a theme of like corporate satire in this, right? Like on many levels. So I feel like power is this like dynamic that runs through the film and shifts. And there's something we'll talk about when we talk more about how this is created. Like the shots play a lot into, like blocking works a lot on who's got the power in the scene, and but that like that then like dives deeper into this corporate satire, and you're talking about the bleakness of it, but the way Emma Stone talks all the time in it, like some corporate fucking shill, or like she talks like a tech CEO. The way she's trying to engage, Teddy and be like, let's start a dialogue. And you're sitting there like, who the fuck says that in real life? Nobody actually says that. And I feel like it's what you were saying. It's almost like covering up how scared and how painful this all would be by putting on this veneer of the corporate like front. Does that make sense?
I think it's also totally. I think it's also like an assessment of how like both of them have lost their humanity in different ways.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely agree. It's like a defense mode almost for her, I feel like. And
she should be much more scared than she is, but she's so ingrained in like A, her own mythos, and B, like her humanity her identity has become that there's no other way for her to react. Like, it was my read.
Fascinating. Yeah. What do you think about the bees?
The bees. An anecdote. I did what do you call it? Youth in government. Do you guys have this? Probably not.
No.
In the UK. Yeah, you guys had kings and queens and shit. We had the YMCA. It's like a youth non-for-profit thing as a kid. You could and the gyms, all that stuff. Yeah, youth. Did you actually know what it was though?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because like most people would have just heard the song, I think, in England. Yeah. Anyway, it's like they have all these like little offshoot like youth development programs, and one of them is youth in government. And so you basically like act like a government of the California state legislature or whatever state you're in, and you can like over the course of 6 months you submit like bills, and they like everybody, all the other states approve them. And I had a bill about the bees.
Okay,
got all the way to the end, mate. Like I got to the final the final thing, I was like in Sacramento at the state assembly.
And President Trump was like, no, fuck you, no bees.
Yeah, no, and it did get denied because some like guy, like some like Trump-esque guy, like jumped up and was like, "This is bull," like, you know, some orator who like out-ordered me.
What are you trying to do? You trying to save the bees?
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of this thing called DD. I forget what it was. It was something used in pesticides, not DDT, but it's like that. That was used in pesticides that there was like a bunch of research saying was killing the bees. And I said, we need to substitute it for X. And thought it was like a pretty good message. Got all the way to the end. And then some guy just fucking vetoed it.
You were part of the YMCA, dude. No one's ever taken you seriously.
Nah, dude. Many a youth voted for me. Anyway, point being, yes, I am familiar with the crux of the bee issue. Little anecdote here.
I need more of this in my life. I need to know more weird facts about Dre.
I knew more about the bees than I think the people in this film, to be honest, based off what
amazing. I mean, it's themes of like worker bees and there being like an omnipotent power that's sort of taking care of them and also having a queen. So many things, but none of that is anywhere near as interesting as you thinking that you could actually get a bill passed about DDT.
Mate, it was close. I mean, in my fake little world. Anyway, there's a theme of the bees in this movie beyond just that. Like, it's almost like this motif.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
I don't really know what they were trying to say with it.
I mean, it's so layered in this. I mean, there's so many angles you could take it, but there was also like a sort of side quest, side element of the police being completely incompetent and ineffectual, which I kind of loved, like, because it was like it took all the stereotypes of like the police in the US, chucked them on stage with your boy. I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, Jesse Plemons basically throughout the movie is like caretaking these bees, we should say. It's like a very peaceful act. Like, it's like a point of relief in the film because there's a lot of high tension, and then you go back to like this bee up until it's not. There is a moment where it turns.
I mean, there's certainly a moment where it changes. And speaking of that, like, this was pretty bloody gory at times. There was like moments where it was very intense. Like, action was incredibly spot. I mean, you're talking like it's an Ari Aster. It's obviously not, but like there isn't much action in this. But when there is, it's turned all the way up to 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's used like surgically. Like,
surgically is the perfect word for it. What do you think of the pacing?
I thought it was good. I thought this movie went by pretty quick. How long is it? I didn't even look.
Not that long.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Like, in terms of pacing, like there was no point where I was like super bored. And it also, just because of the content, it's hard to be like, there were points where I was like, fuck, do I need this? Like the fucking, that one scene with the chair, you know what, I don't want to spoil, but oh God.
Yeah. There's a few bits like that really, like, it's a challenging watch. And that, I mean, that's exactly what I was talking to a friend of the show, Ethan, about. Like, it is supposed to challenge you. It is supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. And it does that in lots of ways, you know, like the cinematography in this, like it uses like real, like close-up shots of faces, but also really interesting wide pans, and the way it sort of lingers on like a specific person longer than it really should, and then has really hard tonal shifts. It's clearly created to be jarring. Jarring's the word I'd use for this. It's really like, it's contemptuous, let's be honest. I really liked it. High level, like, I don't really have anything bad to say about this. I liked everyone in it. It's obscure, it's dark, but it's authentic. Like, the performances, I feel like everyone felt real.
Well, that's like part, and that's part of like the point of the movie. I think we haven't talked about it much, but everyone is like extremely genuine in their portrayal of their beliefs and politeness to a fault. Well, maybe not to a fault. I guess it's up to your interpretation, but like, you know, you've got this guy who thinks like, and it's kind of convincing. There's another element we haven't talked about where it's like he's kind of bringing along his prodigy, like his cousin or whatever it is, brother, on this gnarly journey, like this incel journey or whatever you want to call it. And he's not convinced at all. He's very much like not also all there and unequipped to handle the kind of decisions he's being forced to handle.
Yeah.
He's brought along on this kidnapping thing. He's been like, you know, they do all sorts of things to like his hormones. Like, it's really sad to watch this. and there's something there that they're trying to say too. It's like, if you in this world, like more is going to beget more of unfortunate, like in a tragic way. But yeah, the point I was trying to make is like each side is quite polite up until like it kind of culminates, right? But for 75% of the movie, these diametrically opposed forces, these two people that like should and do hate each other or not respect each other as humans,
acting like they're being polite,
are acting like humans. Like they're, you know what I mean? They're pretending to be humans, but they're not humans. Like, then they're talking about aliens, but really they're more alien to me than any alien would be.
100% agree. Interesting you talked about Aiden there. Aiden, who plays Don, I think his name is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Don.
God, he was tough to watch, mate.
Well, interestingly, he's never acted professionally before. He was cast to give a non-professional act. He's a neurodivergent, right? Like, and he's giving a different dynamic next to like real actors. I thought he was great in it. He was hard to watch, but like he was really good, and I think intentionally so. Like it felt like giving it authentic again. Emma Stone actually shaved her head in this, for example. Like the whole thing felt authentic. So it gets that ring of like massive checkbox for me, because when you watch a movie and it doesn't feel authentic, or the actors just aren't in it as much, I just can't. Like, just can't, Dre. I just can't.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's certainly true to the story that Yorgos wanted to tell. So Yorgos, we've talked a lot about tones and themes. Is there anything that stood out to you, or anything that we haven't talked about?
I mean, there's a lot there. I think the biggest thing I took away was probably like how the nihilistic point of like there, and it's hard to talk about without spoilers, but it's kind of like the tragedy of like there is no destiny. Like kind of what has been decided is decided, no matter your motives or like you're not going to change it. And so there is like a line of truth, I think, whether you talk about this movie or in general, like truth should be this, thing that exists. And I think the director would say that it is something that exists, but it has no utility. Like you can't use in this world, and maybe it's a statement to the world we're in, there is no value in the truth because you can't affect it.
Love that. Look at you knowing what you're talking about. Completely agree. Yeah. Other than like, power, class, truth, we're going to talk about more truth and spoilers. Like, you're absolutely right. It's so thematically layered and deep, and
there's another element of like time, like timing beats your intentions, meaning like, and it's again like nihilistic, like the timing of the world you live in, no matter your intentions, will determine the outcome. That's kind of what it feels, which is like super nihilistic. And the last one I had was like emotional restraint as like kind of a coping mechanism, like, or as a survival technique, which is less, I think, nihilistic. It's like, if you're going to live in this world, like you might as well live in it in a way where you're polite to each other, rather than like, and maybe the director would completely disagree, but like, I find a little bit of value in that in my day to day.
Is there a little bit of, using your echo chamber as a reprieve from a dark world, like
totally, which is definitely bad, but yeah,
100%. But like, I feel like that really underpins a lot of, the Teddy's motivations in this, which the thing I really like about this, and I'm just going backwards a second, is none of it's ever explicitly just like screamed at you. Like, yeah, they talk about like go on the internet and check it out and blah, blah, blah. But like they never explicitly just walk you through it. And I love that it allows you as a intelligent audience member to kind of work out a lot of it as you go along. Really, really, really well done. Really interesting. Let's talk three best and three worst then. What are your three best and or three worst? I struggled with this because like I kind of liked it, but sorry. Do you like this film?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I liked it.
I go with it because like it's not for everyone. Like it's really,
I don't know if it's like something I want to watch on a Sunday night with the Monday scaries or the Sunday whatever you call it.
Definitely,
but
definitely
a Friday night, yeah, That could be fun.
It's not a few beers or, smoking the reefer kind of film. It's certainly not that.
God,
but
no.
it's too much. But worse, I just kind of said it just isn't for everyone. Like it's probably too shocking, especially in the more action heavy moments. It's probably too bleak. Yeah, it's just, I can't imagine, my mum wanting to watch this. Know what I mean? Like, I know she isn't the audience for this, but
there's a certain subset of people I would definitely recommend this movie for. Not my brother. Yes, he would love it.
Your brother would love this. Your brother would
he would
definitely
love this movie.
What about best?
Acting. I think the depth. If you like a film with thematic depth, like it definitely has that. And then I actually think the ending, which we can't talk about yet, but was unambiguously ambiguous. Does that make sense? Like, I think it was like a really interesting way to end this film for the themes, and I like it.
I don't. Yeah, let's just hold on. Just for one thing.
But that's one of my three best. Yeah,
sure. I'd say the score in this does a really awesome job. When I think about the score of this, it's jarring. I'm going to say Jawsian. That's definitely not a word, but it gives you that. It builds the tension in ways that are really unexpected in cool ways. It's got. It's a very layered score, and we don't talk enough about the music in films, but it's great. Can you guess me the current IMDb score then for this?
Oh God, I have no idea. 7.8.
Ooh, it's a 7.4. Quite unsurprising, actually, I think, for IMDb, which is pretty middle of the road. What about the Rotten Tomatoes?
Be higher. It'd be like 92 because critics would love this.
88. Not bad. Close. I feel like you almost. I felt like you were almost on the money there.
It would probably have been a big split. Like critic and user was probably a delta of 20. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like users were like. I feel like Yorgos has got like, and just doing very quick research on him, I feel like he has quite a specific but quite dedicated fan base to his weird Greek style. And what about Letterboxd? It's always 3.6, but never 3.6.
3.9.
It's exactly 3.9. You got it. Squirrels and nuts and all those things. Good man. That's awesome. I'm glad you finally got one. It's only taken you 15 years.
Oh, come on.
Is this better or worse than Aquaman 2018 and why, which is our rating system, as anyone who's been here well knows? Help me with this one because, it isn't for everyone. And technically, this is a fantastic movie. But if you're not getting in a broad audience, does it matter?
I don't know how it did, but you never know how this stuff works, right? Like Scott Fitzgerald wasn't popular for his book till well after he was dead. Sometimes art goes beyond commercial success and then becomes a commercial success. I don't know if I would say that it's like, you can't say it's like worse. It's better. It's a better, as far as films go, a better film. But like, it's kind of like comparing, McDonald's to, a well-cooked like meal that's wholesome with like no butter and oil. Like you're not like eating the same thing, right? You're not doing it for the same reason, so, but it's better.
This is done not fantastically, with a production budget of 45 to 55 million. They think it made probably around 14 million. They're not bien. No bien, like real not good.
I think these movies, like, I don't know how, like, it shouldn't cost that much to make this movie.
I don't feel like it. I don't know where all that went. Like, it doesn't fit, you know what I mean? Like,
probably went to it's got to go to the actors.
I mean, Emma Stone would probably have
maybe a bit of the like set design. There was some stuff like explosion, but to me, like,
I built the house from the ground up, which is super interesting.
Well, that might have been a bit costly, but
not 55 million. Anyway,
I mean, it wasn't that nice of a house.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It was really custom made for the exact purpose of holding on to Emma Stone. It's the movie contextualized is better than Aquaman 2018. Like it's gripping, it's interesting, it's thrilling, it's layered, it's toned. It just has so many things that film doesn't. And regardless of whether it makes money, it should because it's a fucking good film. Go and watch it. Bit of spoiler time, a little bit of spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to get into.
There is a
You want to kick it off?
really hard not to spoil this film when you're talking about it, because I was getting excited talking about it. I was like, where do you want to start?
I think we should start with like the climax of like the digression. So essentially, you're like where everything starts to unwind. So she's Emma Stone. They've been in this kind of negotiation of admitting that she's an alien and not admitting that she's an alien, and taking him to the home ship to like release the hold on Earth that this guy believes she has, and has now convinced his cousin to back him on. And it all kind of unwinds at this one point when the cop comes to chat to our Jesse's, I forget his name, but the main character. And
made me forget by you just saying it, Teddy.
The cop is investigating the disappearance of the CEO, Emma Stone's character, and basically also has this weird history that gives you a bit of backstory on Teddy, which is like, this guy's had a terrible life.
But he's gonna leave though. Like, the funny thing is, like, he's just gonna like let it go because he's so incompetent and also feels bad for this guy. It's such a fucking weird moment in the film.
And then Teddy agrees to like show him the bees, which is like this one little bit of, it's like the one little bit of humanity is actually his unwinding, because he like the one thing he actually has found peace in doing, he shows, and that extends the policeman being there, and his cousin is down in the basement and holding Emma Stone at gunpoint to make sure she doesn't do anything. She's convincing him. She's throwing out a good argument for why she should let him go, and instead of that, he just opts out and basically kills himself.
Nope.
With the shotgun, and that kicks off a stream of events that basically climaxes the movie where everything unwinds. So I'll stop there. What's the next thing? I guess Teddy kills the cop. Like,
like just spirals from there. It's like, you're absolutely right. It's this like, it's like a spark almost. I feel like the whole film is like a powder keg that's getting, getting built up and built up and built up to this point where just kills himself, and then Teddy has to kill the cop, and then he kills his mom. The whole thing is just like, it's a fucking shit show barreling down a hill. It's like
he kills his mom on accident because she convinces him to go to. She basically finds a way to get him out. Yeah, she convinces him she is an alien, even though she's been saying she isn't the whole time. She switches it and is like, you know what, reverse psychology method.
Yes.
Says, I have the cure to your mom. Right. It's the fucking freezer. The what do they call it? Antifreeze in my car. Just go get it, because she now has a way to get the keys. So as long as he's out of the house, she can be free. He kills his mom, giving her antifreeze, comes back. Again, she convinces him.
And then Teddy explodes. This movie is, it just, if it wasn't so, you use the word ambiguous, it's kind of the wrong word.
It's not ambiguous. It's quite like,
it's just so heady almost. If it wasn't as heady as it was in this confusing conspiratorial way, it makes you believe the conspiracies. You believe Teddy. You're like, he's almost the hero of this, even though he's a really bad fucking dude. Like, you want to empathize with him. And then it just goes batshit crazy. And so what did you think was going to happen when Emma Stone's Michelle convinces Teddy that yes, she's actually an alien, and that she's willing to take him to her like spaceship to meet all of her people. And
which is the opposite of what she's been saying the whole time. Yeah, she's been trying to get out of it by saying she's not.
Yeah, and you think it's all reverse psychology, and she's telling him what he wants to hear, so she can get the police to arrest him. It makes
which is
sense.
Exactly what you might do. Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen when he walked into the wardrobe in her office?
I was pretty sure he was going to blow himself up. What I was starting to get inklings of is the next big drop. And that was like when she so convincingly like did the alien reversal. I was like, okay, there might be a weird scenario where we get both sides, where we get both extreme beliefs being correct. Because her extreme belief is this guy's a serial killer. He's fucked up, and she discovers that he's killed multiple people trying to examine if they're aliens or not.
Yeah,
and the whole time I was like, these themes we've been getting, like how neither of them are humans. Neither of them we empathize, but like also hate both. I was like, there might be a scenario where there's like an end of this, and she is an alien. And
never got behind that, but I'm so glad to be wrong.
No, but I wasn't like, but there was like a part of me that's like, will he do that, or will this be kind of like another Hollywood one-dimensional, like not one-dimensional, but like more thumb on the scale to one side portrayal? And so he goes into that. She basically convinces him that the portal to her ship is in her closet at her place of business. So she's like all fucked up, walking by all her employees, and they're like, "Whoa, you're back!" And she's like, "I'm back," with this random guy. And they get to the office. She's like, "You need to go in there." And he's like, "Okay, but just so you know, I've prepared for all eventualities." He's got a fucking bomb strapped to him that she didn't know about. She puts him in the closet and says, "Hold on 1 sec," and then like, all right, like I forget what triggers it, but eventually they say it's just like a happenstance, and it just blows up while he's in there, and his head flies around, and it's quite gruesome.
I was convinced that she was just going to put a broom in front of the cupboard and get the police to come in and arrest him, or get security in there. I was convinced. I was like, this is just going to go badly for that idiot. Like he's just been manipulated, and then he explodes, and then she goes in the cupboard and goes to fucking space. She's actually an alien.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Yeah. And then like that would have been a very like well-earned ending, because there could have been another scene that like, shows how diabolical she is, and really like, evens it out. But I think the decision to make her an alien, and then not only an alien, like the last frame is like her telling the other aliens, which was like a weird, that was the most Ari Aster part of the film, was the art there.
Very odd.
The other aliens like, "Hey, we've tried with this planet, they can't figure it out. It's just a disease. We got to end it." And she just like pops a bubble, and it goes like cut by cut by cut. All these just like, normal life scenes where it's just dead people just sitting there doing whatever they were doing right before they died. And it's a really heavy moment.
Yeah, I was so shocked that she was actually an alien. And that in itself, that whole piece where you couldn't, and like that was originally supposed to have like classrooms full of school kids, all this sort of stuff in there. You just go through all these like rooms of dead people, and it's grim, more grim than the film, funnily enough. I was so shocked by the fact she was actually an alien. I forgot about that scene. My brain wiped the scene of everyone being dead out of my mind. I was just like, she was an alien.
Yeah. It is fair. It was kind of wild. Like,
it was nuts. I was just so convinced it was going to be that classic tale of, big corporate wins, like she tricked him. Maybe he managed to blow up a couple of her security guards. You know what I mean? Maybe he gets a small win, but she carries on, and she carries on terrorizing people the way she has been. It was just so mind-blowing, man. Blew my mind.
I think it elevates the movie, because there's been so many not so many, but there's a lot of movies that handle that theme, right? And they nail that theme. But it like that theme still exists in this movie. Like you can watch this movie and pull that out, and you'd be completely right. I think that the decision to make her actually an alien elevates a higher theme of like, which is super nihilistic, which is like the truth literally doesn't matter. Like the point, they can both be right. The truth doesn't matter. The truth is and should be like objective, but all our whimsical intentions around it like have no effect.
And it really drives home that nihilistic point you were talking about. Like, it is just bleak and sad, like, and in many ways she won. I mean, she did win, literally, but in not the way you really expected to. It's fascinating. Good film. Any final spoilers that we haven't talked about?
Oh, God, I'm sure there's something, but it was, I think we covered most of it.
Do you want a little bit of trivia, true or false, to finish with?
Yeah, hit me, man.
Nice. Let's do this. Bugonia, baby. Trivia true. Trivia false. For screenings in LA, attendees could enter for free, but only if they were willing to shave their head. True, or is that false?
That's good marketing. Maybe that's true.
It is true. Emma Stone actually revealed in an interview it was her idea. So Emma Stone, the marketing genius, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's good stuff like that can go viral for a film. Like, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's fabulous. So interesting. Yeah. Trivia true, trivia false, DL. In the kidnapping scene, we didn't really talk about that. The kidnapping scene was brilliant because they were so bad at it, and it was just,
she almost got away.
yeah. And she was a badass, and she like you see her every day fighting with her trainer. Really great. Anyway, in the kidnapping scene, the Don and Teddy wear Jennifer Aniston masks. An idea of Yorgos Lanthimos, who is a huge Friends fan. Is that true or is that false?
I should be able to remember that, but I don't. True?
It is true. They obtained enthusiastic consent from Aniston, who's apparently half Greek herself, a descent.
Oh, nice.
Fascinating. Love that. Such a weird point. Like what? Like it's like why the Captain Kirk mask for Jason Voorhees. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the things. Trivia, false TL. According to James Price, the production design gives away the twist that Michelle Fuller is an alien. True or is that false?
Production design. What do you mean, like the sets?
Correct.
I mean, true. It sounds like a true.
It is true. And it is really subtle. Like this isn't like big in your face, but she effectively, like her office is designed to look like a spaceship. It's very modernist. It's quite like how you imagine a spaceship, not how the spaceship is in the actual film. And that is 3 out of 3 for you, Dio. That is good work this week. Good on you.
A rare achievement. I just don't think I've ever had that. Maybe it's been years.
It's been a while. I realized as we started, the one that I made up for you was a piece of based on a piece of trivia that I've already told you from the film. So it was never going to work. I had to just flow with it. Ultimately, like it's dark, like you say. It's a hard watch. Friend of the show, Ethan, found that out the hard way. But it's a good film, man. You should really challenge yourself with movies, and I like that this is out there doing that.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, everybody, it's been real. It's been fun. Yeah, give us a rating. Give us a star or 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5. And share, with friends. If you like talking movies, we'd like you to message us, reach out, hit us up. A big thank you to Matthew Bliss for editing and mastering this week's episode. If you'd like Matt to be a part of your podcasting team, get in touch on business@mbpod.com or mbpod.com to find a little bit more about his podcast / services. He's also got a podcast, I think it's Rethink Podcasting, what it's called.
Certainly is. Super wholesome.
Short thought pieces on topics
of podcasting,
around podcasting and the industry and all that good stuff. High growth in. Yeah, that's all I got this week, guys.
Is it?
I think so, as far as media goes.
I mean, there's certainly lots of podcasts. But guys, you can find us at podcastemble@gmail.com. Send us the news, send us memes and stuff. Send us things. We love it when you do. Put you off there, DL. I love you.
It's okay. Until next time. Tally ho.
Tally ho, baby.
Toodaloo.